Okay, folks. Let's get in here. It's a busy day in the neighborhood. Come on in. I need to do some deep breathing. How about y'all? A little frustrated. But I have good news. I have some really good news. Everybody get on in here. Hey, Kit, Gwen, Debbie. I see you through my little looking glass. Sabrina, Jen. Y'all get in here. I need some happy faces around me. Give me some happy faces. But I'm going to need a favor. Because I have been on the phone. It's the reason I'm late for the show, and I apologize. But Constant Contact shut down my account today. Yep. They shut down the account, and I had a doctor's appointment this morning. I had to drive to Asheville, but I got a really good doctor's report. My doctor's report, my cholesterol is down, my A1C is down. That low carbon stuff we did in June did the trick. I got good numbers, so we're going to do that again. We're going to go through body clutter again and do low carb. But here's the issue. Constant Contact said somebody complained that I was sending out too many emails. Now, everybody, you can unsubscribe at any time. At the bottom of every email is a link to safe unsubscribe. If you don't want to get our emails, that's fine. But a lot of people really want to get them. And when you do something like that and complain to Constant Contact that we're sending way too many emails, then you're hurting other people. When all you got to do is go to the bottom of the email and unsubscribe or set up to get one email a week. That's it. That's all you got to do. But yet somebody had to throw a monkey wrench into a system we've been doing almost 20 years that has been helping people all over the world. And those of you who are watching this right now are on Facebook. But in order to help me, I need you to go into your inbox right now, if you get our emails, and click on our email. Somewhere, open it all the way up so that you can see all the links, and send me a testimonial about something. Click the mail to send that is ask a fly lady question. Just click on the email somewhere. Click on a picture. And that will tell Constant Contact that you're seeing the messages. I mean, I hardly ever open an email message all the way up. I look at it in a preview state. And evidently a lot of other people do. I tried to tell them that we do behavior modification with email. And I supplement that behavior modification with our videos and our Facebook page and Twitter and Instagram. I bet my blood pressure is sky high because the thought of, we changed back I added 4 emails back in July because we were going to be put out of business. It's just that simple. If you don't get our emails that tell you about our wonderful system and the great tools that motivate you to get things done, if you don't get an email that gives you that opportunity, then you're not going to buy anything, and if you don't buy anything, we don't make a profit to be able to pay the people that help me. It's just that simple. So there are a lot of people that need help and they can't afford to hire somebody to help them. And we do it for free, but we live in America, the United States of America. And because we live in the United States of America, it gives us the ability to sell a product and make a profit to be able to pay people. We have a whole slew of people that help us. Everywhere from helping people get unsubscribed to handling customer service problems, packing your orders. Everybody's doing 2 and 3 jobs because we cut back on the number of emails we send. So the thought of driving home from the doctor, Justin calls me and says, Mom, Constant Contact has shut us down. They didn't let our noon email go out. Well, our noon email is about the habit of the month. And the habit of the month is laundry. Laundry. And laundry is, everybody has laundry. So folks, click on an email, open it up, reply to that email, change the subject line. I know I'm going to blow up my inbox now, but that's okay. You want to know another good thing? Another good thing silver rags are for? Wiping tears. But the thought of not being able to help y'all just really got me. It got me. Whew. But I got a good doctor's report. My cholesterol was down and my blood sugar for 3 months was down, and that's great. And my doctor's going to write a book, not about me, but about how you can change your health. And from A to Z, I just love that idea. I just love that idea. I even let her talk to I got her in touch with my editor so they can compare notes and do some things. Kit, the tears are because Constant Contact shut down our emailer. I wish I could afford to build my own emailer and have the staff. As it is, we spend a lot of money every month on being able to send you emails. We even pay extra so I have a customer service person. And then here's the bad part. They're having phone trouble today. I had phone trouble this morning. Our private line quit working. They started fixing it. My internet went down, but that was okay because I was going to the doctor. So I understand. So I got on a chat with the Constant Contact people, and I said, are y'all having phone trouble? Because the phone's been ringing for 30 minutes. I had gotten through to somebody, but then they transferred me to customer review, and then I got this person, and she just said, you just need to send 1 email out a week. Well, how would that work for behavior modification? It's not so much about marketing for us as it is teaching you how to do things a little differently and giving you testimonials that help you. So everybody right now, if you've got an email that hadn't been opened in your inbox, go open a bunch of them. Set up a reminder for yourself or put a post-it note on your computer. Open up 3 of a Fly Lady's emails. Yeah, I rescheduled a couple of them that they wouldn't send today, and I'm glad they're sending. So, and if you're not signed up for our email, please sign up. Because we don't add your email address. You have to put your email address in twice just to even get in. So everybody, Open up your emails and help us so we can continue to help others. I mean, they tried to accuse me of doing something wrong. And I said, people want to get our emails. They change people's lives. And it would cost over $1 million to build an email system. So everybody open up that email you just got. It was a good one too. Now, I got a testimonial for you. And this is really cute. And Liz, you got your little tiles in. You know how wonderful our little tiles are that Robert made me? Well, Amazon has some. And they're different colored dominoes for building things. But it's somebody sent me a picture of what they ordered and they were like $8 or so. But look at this. Colored tiles. How cool is that? And she wrote her morning routine, her before bed routine, her afternoon routine on these tiles. She got some decluttering in. And look at that. When she did them, she flipped them over. It's a cool testimonial. But these are just colored tiles. And they were on Amazon. I'm going to see if I can... we got a price on how to, to make a card game. And it was too expensive. We can't make a card game because it's just way too expensive. But we might be able to find a company that can make these for us. If not, maybe we can find a company to buy just the plain tiles and you make your own. Won't that be fun? But I just thought it was the coolest idea. And she actually sent a picture of it. Think about some hot pink ones in there for pampering. But we've got some questions. And I'll get off feeling sorry for myself. Sometimes you just have to vent and get it out. And then go on with life. That's just it, So I got some questions. Liz has collected these questions. Also, y'all, Liz is on vacation and she's still here. She's too sweet. Okay. First question. I don't know who it's from or anything. It's just, she just collected the questions from the comments. I feel better now. Y'all are a big help. I wish I could send you a big heart. Let's see if I can. I can do this though. I can heart you this way. Mwah! Thanks for all the good comments. So here's the questions she collected, and I'm going to go through some of them. First question is, what zone is the basement considered to be in? Oh, that's real easy. We have zone 3, and zone 3 is the main bathroom of your house and one other room. And we pick a different room each week. Not everybody has a basement. But if you want to add basement to your list, then you can put it there. It's in zone 3. Now, you can also just take one day a week or like do a 27 fling boogie every day in your basement. And that'll get rid of things. Now, let me tell you what my doctor told me today. Because I told her I dreamed about her last night. And she's just the sweetest thing in the whole wide world. She's going through a whole house remodel. And I just felt sorry for her. And I said, Dr. Brown, you got to take care of yourself through all this. And she's hired another doctor to come on board with her. So I'm real happy about that. Because she hadn't had a vacation in over a year. Because she works all the time. So I don't know where I was going with this, but let's get back to the base. What she told me this morning was, I told her I dreamed about her last night, and that she and her husband and the 3 kids came to our house for dinner, and I said, She said, well, what did I do? And I said, well, my husband got you off to the side and told you that I needed to move more. Can't believe I told her that. And she says, here's an idea for you. And she's using the Fly Lady way. Why I didn't think of it, I don't know. She said, I want you to use your stairs. You have a set of stairs in your house. And I said, yes. She said, I want you to go down your stairs and back up every hour. Every hour. So at the top of every hour, I'm going to go down the stairs and back up again. And I'm going to take something with me when I go down there, and I'm going to bring something back up. Think about it. Every hour, use the stairs. And then she said, I want you to set some goals for yourself. So I want you going up and down the stairs about 8 to 10 times a day. I said, my husband already does that because he goes up and down the basement stairs all the time. And she said, set some goals for yourself. Set some goals to do it faster. Well, I'm not going to get speedy. I promise you. I'm going to be safe on those stairs. I'm going to hold the handle and I'm going to go up and down. I may clean them. I got a great testimonial about the rubber scrubber this weekend. Oh my, it was so good. If I can find a rubber scrubber. Where is my rubber scrubber? And you better get it right now while it's on BOGO, because that same way with the purple rags, they're not on BOGO, but they're half price. She used her rubber scrubber on her steps. And she would stand at the steps. She didn't bend over, but she could reach the next, there was arm level. And she would work her way down the steps, starting at the top, going down the steps backwards. Now, you can do this one-handed. Hold the rail and sweep your steps with her rubber scrubber. What a great way to try that first thing on doing my stairs. So I got to learn how to keep up with it. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but I will do something creative to come up with. Maybe I'll put a whiteboard down at the base of the steps that I can write a big star on and give me some stars every day. That'd be fun. Rubber scrubber, going down the steps. You can do it. Now, we're running low on silver rags, folks. Running low on silver rags. We will probably run out of them in about 4 days. So if you haven't ordered your sets of silver rags, you need to do it now. You need to get it done now because we're going to be out of them. We still got plenty of these. It's on a BOGO. You can use them. Yes, she had carpeted steps. My steps are not carpeted. But she had that Berber carpet, and she called it hair holding carpet. Okay, so I got to go to my basement 10 times a day. And that's where I do my laundry, so my laundry is really going to get done. I could take a load of laundry down there every day. They're great Christmas presents. You can even use them to wrap your Christmas presents. A double duty. No paper, just you can wrap your rubber scrubber in a silver rag and tie it with a red bow. Look at that. Wrap a red bow around it. It could be a candy cane. Next question. Fold it while you're at the washing machine and then bring it back up. What sets your silver and purple rags apart from regular microfiber cloths? Well, all I know is they seem to be much larger. I've had these 15 inches square. I've had other microfiber cloths, and everybody says these work so much better. I mean, we had a testimonial this week about how the microfiber cloth got a yellow stripe, a streak on her car where somebody had run into her in a parking lot. So, get your silver rags. They don't have silver in them. These things can go in the microwave. They're gentle enough to take makeup off. Did y'all see the video the other day of Liz? She had a full mask on her face. You know, those things dry and they're so hard to get off. She took a silver rag and she had her baby girl with her, and it was the cutest video I've ever seen. Gemma was waving the whole time. I thought she was going to grab the rag out of her mama's hands and start wiping her mother's face or her own face. It was just adorable. And they're really good for windows. I got a testimony today about somebody doing their windows outside and they couldn't believe there were no streaks. Next question. How do you overcome the emotional detachment from all this stuff that has accumulated for so long? Well, you have to decide that you're done being in a cocoon. You know, this week, my son's gotten some pretty rough news about his dad. And, you know, he looked at me and he said, Mom, please get rid of your clutter. And our clutter's pretty much under control. Robert has a bunch of stuff in the basement and he has been clearing things. Justin brought us a trailer this week and we got rid of 640 pounds of stuff. We got rid of a bunch of yard furniture, a lot of stuff that was on the back porch. We're down to a table and 6 chairs and a little coffee table that goes between 2 chairs. And when you're ready to let go of the things that have you cocooned, I mean, hoarding things is a terrible way to live because it forces people away from you. It forces people away from you. So letting go, you know, what's the hardest thing I've ever let go of? I don't remember. Now, I have given away a bowl that was my great-grandmother Wheeler's, and she used to serve butter beans in it. And I was 5 years old when she died, and I still remember her. She had really long hair. Patty remembers her too. And she had really long hair, and she would wrap it around her head. It must have been a style because, I mean, when there is she would braid it and wrap it around her hair, and I would comb her hair. So that's using heirloom jewelry to make things. That's a wonderful idea. I have seen bridal bouquets made out of heirloom jewelry. People have displayed their heirloom jewelry on their dressers, but your dressers can get dusty. And she used a silver rag to clean them. I got that testimonial this week. So our testimonials are full of great ideas for people. So how do I overcome the emotional detachment from all of this stuff? Well, keep in mind that this stuff is not the people it belonged to. It's not those people. It's just stuff. You can take a picture of it if you want to. I don't think digital pictures are clutter. And Justin was saying, I told Justin there were some things at his dad's house that I didn't get when I left that I would really like to have. And he said, like what? And I said, all your baby pictures. So when it comes time, he'll get me some baby pictures. You know, I'm already thinking about what I can do with them. You know, I could put them in an album for him. Okay, here you go. How to keep toilet inside lids shiny. How to keep toilet inside lids shiny. Well, I think your toilet bowl brush, the Rubber Swisher, does a great job at that. Now, I noticed yesterday that my toilet bowl was getting some crusty stuff on the inside of the rim. And we got this little lip. Let me find the toilet bowl brush. Where, oh, where is my toilet bowl brush? I just need everything in a vase standing right beside me. That's what I need. But it has a little lip on it. See it? And that gets under the rim. But mine, we got really hard water. So what I do is when my sponge in the kitchen with a 3M backing on it gets a little bit too yucky for me after I've run it through the dishwasher a couple of times and it doesn't get really good and clean, I use that with the toilet bowl brush to swish it around the edge, the water's edge, to get that crusty stuff away. And it did a great job yesterday, and then I throw it away. And use a purple rag or a silver rag in your bathroom because it gets this stuff off. It really does. What do you do with your dirty dish rag after shining your sink? You put it in the dirty clothes. And I don't like to throw it into a basket and let it sit there wet. I have a basket inside my kitchen sink and I lay it out on top of that basket and let it dry. And then I have a bin in the basement that I use. It's a three section bin. It's a prototype somebody sent us to see if we want to sell it, and I just didn't really like it that well. But I put it in that basket, and when one section gets full, it's a load. What? Oh, this is a good one. Everybody listen up. I know this is what you've been wondering. What do you do about your husband's clutter? You're not going to like this answer. You don't touch it. You do not touch it because it's not yours. It's not yours. Now, granted, if he takes apart a carburetor on your kitchen table, that's a different story. You have to ask him to take it to where his space where he does it. But you don't touch his stuff. Don't do it. Don't do it. You don't want him touching your stuff. You hear me? I got rid of a lot of stuff this week. A lot of stuff. I've got a table and 2 chairs and a lounge chair to give away to a friend of ours. And you just don't want to touch his stuff because you don't want him touching your stuff. Turnabout's fair play. Your stuff isn't clutter, you say. Well, to him, his stuff isn't clutter either. So you've got to be careful about this. How do you incorporate yard work into the routine, especially with it so rainy here in North Carolina? I don't know anymore. I've given up. I've just given up. It has rained so much here this summer. Our new neighbors, they're from California. He asked Robert the other day, he came over this morning, because his dog came over here, and his dog wanted in the house, and I'm trying to get out the door to go to the doctor, and he's got this cute white shaggy dog, and his dog is named after David Bowie, and it's just the cutest little dog, big dog. And the dog slobbered all over my purse. It was so funny. Dog slobbers on my purse. But he said, does it rain this much in North Carolina? And Robert says, it rains quite a bit, but not this much. Every 10 years, we'll get a good dose of rain, and it'll rain. We've had so much rain in the last 2 weeks, it's not even funny. But here's how you incorporate yard work. Yard work is just a routine. You have to mow your yard. You have to weed eat. You have to trim the edges. You have to deadhead plants, flowers if you have a lot of flowers. There's just a lot of stuff you have to do. But if you do one little thing a day, like Mondays, weed eat the edges. Tuesdays, get out the push more and do your push more. Wednesdays, anti-procrastinate, get out the big mower and do the big mowing. But the secret is when you put things back up, make sure they're clean. We had a testimonial last week. This was just so adorable. Where is it now? This lady kept losing her rubber scrubber. She kept losing it. And she'd order another one. And it finally, she says, what is happening to my rubber scrubber? And her husband said, our significant other said, it's just right for getting the grass out from under the mower and wiping off the grass off the mower. And he had worn it down to a nub. I mean, worn it down. So she saw they were on BOGO and she was getting some extras. So this thing is good from everything from scrubbing knees and elbows, bald heads, backs, you name it. This is good for it. Veggies. And it's even got a place on the back that you can write down what it's for. I keep one in my bathtub. I keep 2 or 3 in the kitchen. They are good. I keep one out on the back deck for sweeping the new door facing the new door threshold. And I want to tell you something. I'm about ready to get me a little dog. Yeah, she was fixed on Monday, but the little stinker has chewed on the new door, on the door window frame. It's about this wide, and she's got some teeth marks in it. I'm going to have to sand it down and fill it with wood putty and restain it. Little stinker. Okay. So you just break the things you have to do down into a little bit every day. And you can go out and talk on the phone, deadhead flowers. You can take a hoe and listen to a book with headphones on and just chop weeds down. Just a little every day, 15 minutes a day. Now, if you have a big yard, we don't have to mow, but we do have a lot of weeds that grow. Can you explain a bit about your writing process, start to finish, and what advice you would give to someone who is wanting to write a book? This is so strange that you asked this, because I did this today with my doctor. She's wanting to write a book, but you know what I heard come out of her mouth? I introduced her to my editor at Seal Press. I introduced her, and she says, but I really don't have any time to write. And I said, yeah, you do. You have lunch hour, and you have some time in the morning when you first get here. You have time to write, but you don't have a plan. So I said, get a notebook, a 3-ring binder. Now, if you want to write, then, get an office in a bag, put a 3-ring binder in it. This one is for emergencies and medical stuff. And put you some paper in it and start brainstorming. She says, I've written a bunch of things. So I said, write down all those titles or print them all out and put them in your notebook. And keep a digital file of them and keep them all backed up. And I said, and then start thinking of what you're missing, from just what you're missing in this. Start out, brainstorm an outline. All it has to be is bullet points. Just keep writing, and then take the things that you've already written and put them in the places they need to be. And then you can take the things you haven't written yet that need to be written and put them on little slips of paper and put them in a bowl and draw them out and write 300 to 500 words. And you can put it together. And I said, that's what I did with my last book. That's how I wrote it. I gave my editor a bunch of stuff that I had written, and we incorporated that into the outline. And then we took the things we needed more things written on, and she would send me 10 at a time, and I would write on those one item at a time. Sometimes I would get 3 essays in a day. That's, when you can write 1,000 to 1,500 words a day, that's good. Just think about it. You need about 50 to 60,000 words for a 200-page book, according to how it's laid out. That's a lot of writing at 1,500 words a day. So just be kind to yourself and just spend 15 minutes a day writing. Now, when I write, I have some great music that I write to. It's called sleep music that my husband put together this playlist for me. It's absolutely amazing. I wish I could give you all the cuts, but it's just a beautiful set of music. It's 11 pieces of music that are very calming, no words until you get to the very last one. And then there is a beautiful, beautiful chorus that and you're finished. I mean, it's 50 minutes and you're good. That's what I told my doctor. I said, put it right on your desk, put the notebook right on your desk, and every time you're just sitting there and you have an idea, you have a place to put it. So you've got a brainstorming section, you've got a section to put things, what you've written and printed off and put in there, and then you've got start writing anew. And she said she was going to do it, because I can't wait for you to read her book. It's going to be a New York Times bestseller. I can already tell. She's just so sweet. Okay, next question. What is a good way to get back on track? Well, I don't have that book here, but it is the 31 Baby Steps, the Chaos to Clean book. It's a great way to get back on track. And if you want to go through our videos, we did them a few months ago. We did the Chaos to Clean videos, and it was a lot of fun to do those. So try looking at those videos, or get the book and read the book and do one step a day, and in a month's time you'll be back on track. How often should I meal plan for a family of 6? Once a week. You do it for 6 weeks, and then you got a 6 weeks plan that you can rotate. Or even if you just do it for 4 weeks, you have a 4-week plan and you can rotate. And one thing you're going to want to have every week is maybe pizza or Taco Tuesday. But come up with some basic meals that are fun, that the kids love to help with, and implement those, and then do some other things. And use your calendar. Where's my calendar? I lost my calendar. I don't know where the calendar is. Do you think I need to organize this stuff? Do you know anybody that come to organize all our stuff? I don't know where my calendar went to. That makes me upset. Where is my calendar? It'll all topple over if I mess with it very much. So, those of you who are on here, write down what's for dinner and get your note. Those of you who are watching and need to do some menu planning, start writing down what people are saying. Basic weekly plan. And then on errand day, you go get your groceries. So plan your menus. You can use Post-it notes. One lady got a testimonial this week. We're just full of testimonials. Testimonial this week where she had gone to the dollar store and got some little Post-it notes. And she was able to cut them in half and use them, the sticky part, to put her mini planning on. And then she could move them down on her calendar. It's like color forms for menus. How cool was that? Or take some index cards and write them down. And you can post them on your refrigerator. Salmon burgers. Wow. I love portobello mushrooms. Y'all are making me hungry. Breaded pork chops, greens, and goodness gracious. That sounds good. Breakfast for lunch, waffles and scrambled eggs. Grilled sausage on rolls and green beans. Y'all, I don't know what ratatouille is. I think that has to do with eggplant, does it? There are some great menu items here. But menu planning is going to save you money, a lot of money. Use your calendar. You could just buy, with our calendars, with a 20% discount right now, you can buy 2 calendars and just use one of them for menu planning. How cool would that be? Just for menu planning. I use my calendar in my bathroom for charting my weight. How often should I swish and swipe my third bathroom? It isn't used very often. It should be used once a day. Go to your third bathroom once a day. Once a day. If you'll do it once a day, then you don't run the risk of if the water gets down below a level in the toilet, you're going to have bad smells come up from your sewer. So that toilet should be flushed once a day. And if you're going to be in there, swish it and swipe it. Do you suggest any low budget meals? Well, a good low budget meal always is tacos. You don't get much lower budget than that. Some hamburger meat, and you can buy a hamburger. I gave this tip out last week, and somebody tried it and really liked it. You buy a hamburger in bulk, and you put it in your crock pot with about a cup of water and stir it up, and then every 15 minutes keep stirring it, and you're going to get it browned without having grease splatter all over your kitchen in your crock pot, because it's got high sides. And then you let it cool and drain it into 2 cups to a Ziploc bag. Lay it flat and freeze it. And you've got ready to use hamburger meat to throw taco season in. And if you really want to do something fun, cut up 2 or 3 onions and put in it. You've gotten onions in it and the burger. So then you've got this ready-made hamburger meat for tacos and spaghetti. One-pot meals are great ways to save money. Use your crock pot. And I haven't gotten used to using a one-pot yet. I just haven't, but I probably should, because I got one for Christmas. Really gotten 2 for Christmas. What's the difference between the Fly Lady rags? Just the color. Just the color. That's it. Silver rags are just like the purple rags. The only difference is the silver rags. I got a testimonial last night. She actually washes her purple rags in hot water, super hot water in her washing machine, and she puts bleach in them, and they came out looking great. I can't imagine putting bleach in your purple rags, But washing them in hot water will help them to bleed. Some people like to put a cup of vinegar in with them to set the dye. So a cup of vinegar and some salt will set the dye. But she washes them. I like to wash dishes with them. Somebody tried that. You wash dishes with them in hot water, you get purple dishwater. How we like purple. What's the difference between, I already did that one. How would you suggest I handle my paper clutter? Well, you got to deal with it every day when it comes in the mail. That's where your paper clutter comes from. It either comes in the mail or it comes in a backpack from school. And if you are addicted to printing things, only print what you need. You know, if you need a recipe, just bring it up on your phone, read it off your phone. You don't have to print out everything. You got to deal with the paper clutter as it comes in the house. Now, as the kids are bringing things in from school, save them up for the whole week. Save them up for the whole week. And at the end of the week, Saturday morning, before you go out and have family fun day, let your child pick out what their favorite thing was from the week. You put that up on the wall of fame by your refrigerator, in your laundry room, wherever you want to keep it. And then teach your child how to address an envelope to their grandparents. And every Saturday they send it to a different grandparent or an aunt and uncle or their godparent. And that you get to get the paper clutter out of the house or deliver it to them so they can see what the kids are doing. And you get it out of the house. They get to keep what is their favorite. Then the next week, you take that one piece of paper that's been up on the bulletin board, replace it with the new favorite thing, put that in a sheet protector in a notebook that's their scrapbook for the year. You see their whole progress through the year. How cool is that? 52 weeks, whole year's worth of, or even just 36 weeks, a whole school year's worth of their material. And the rest is you're not saving it to pile up. The mail, when it comes in, some people like to use a shredder and put that shredder in your garage so that when you pull in your garage, those papers have to earn the right to come in your house. Now, keep in mind, shredders will eat your feather duster. So don't feather dust your shredder. You got it? Now, the coupon code for this week, it ends on Saturday, is Musing 533. Musing 533. No space between the ing and the 533. It's one solid word. So let's deal with the paper clutter as it comes in the house. I have a recycle bag that I keep beside my chair that paper clutter goes in. I also have a little garbage can that has things that can't be recycled in it. We have a burn pit, which is a fire pit. And once a week when it gets no fire damage, which we've had a lot of rain, there's no fire damage in our little part of the world. But this fall it could get dry, so be careful if you're going to burn stuff. And just be safe with things. Be safe. If you're scared of stuff getting in other, people that could steal your identity, then use your fire pit to make some memories and have some fun with the kids. That could be a fun thing to do on Saturdays. Is have a little. I don't have one of those bags with me, but I have brown paper sacks that I use to put this paper in. Whole sack of things can be burned, and it keeps the paper clutter down in our house. We usually use a fireplace, but this summer we've had so much rain and it's not smelled good when we burned it. So we're being careful. So that's all the questions I have. Now, those of you who live, I don't know if we have anybody from Hawaii that's listening to me right now, but you're going to get the leading edge of a hurricane that is a Cat 4, which is really bad. It's not as bad as a Cat 5, but it's going to dump a lot of rain. And from the mountains of Hawaii, you're going to get hit with a lot of water and mudslides, and be prepared. Be prepared to evacuate, gather up, look for our preparedness essay, gather up everything you're going to need, important papers, pictures, make sure your car is full of gas. Just please, please, please be prepared. I don't want you getting washed out into the ocean, because this storm is huge. Now, take it from me. My son's a weatherman. He says it's going to be bad. You could have 20 to 30 inches of rain. Now, I said, son, that's not anything compared to what Houston got a year ago. And he said, no, Mom, but this is bad for Hawaii because there's not really any flat land for it to spread out on. Like with Houston, there's no mountains around. It was just the water rose. And the retention areas where they had set aside had been built up, so people got flooded. That was hard watching that last year. It was hard. But Hawaii is an island. They have no place to go. So let's send out our prayers and hope that this storm passes south of them more, so they're not getting the brunt of the storm, because it's the right-hand edge of the storm that is, when you look at a hurricane it's the right-hand side of that storm that is the strongest. And it's going to skirt Hawaii. It's pulling that moisture in. It's going to be bad. So I just saw a notification that they're setting up FEMA shelters and stuff. Please, let's pray for these folks. They don't have any place to go. So we just got to keep them in our thoughts and prayers, and let their issues there help you to set up your control journal for being able to get out of the house in a timely fashion. Because know that you have your medications, prescriptions. If you've got little children, you need their toys. You don't want to get to the FEMA shelter and not have the bunny that your baby loves. So pets, pet food, comfort things for your children, diapers, a change of clothes, rain gear, umbrellas. Just start thinking of what you're going to need, and get to safety. Get to safety. So please, please put together your go bag right now. Get ready for this storm. They were calling for 145 mile an hour winds. So folks, please take care of yourself. My battery is going. My battery is getting low. I'm trying to charge it right now. I love you all, and thank you for letting me vent. But right now, what I want you to do is go to your email. If you're not signed up for our email, go get signed up, because that's going to show Constant Contact that you really want to be a part of what we're doing. And if you get our emails already, reply to one of them and send me a testimonial. Change the subject line and we'll see it. Send a testimonial for anything. about how the system works for you, how these videos have been helping you, any of that stuff. And let's get some, let's let Constant Contact know that you really want to get our messages. And you do that by clicking on an email, opening it all the way up, clicking on a picture, clicking on send a testimonial or ask a question. And if you have questions, put them in the comments. And Liz will be collecting some more questions for next week. And I'll probably see you tomorrow because I've got a surprise for you. You're not going to believe it. You are not going to believe it. Not going to believe it. But I can't tell you till tomorrow. It's the only, and you know how hard that is for me. I'm not real good at keeping secrets from you. I can keep secrets from everybody else. I mean, I've surprised Eric Dodge by driving out to Utah and totally surprised him one time and met him on the road, and he still couldn't believe it was us. Me and Robert did it. So I have a surprise for you tomorrow. Tune in tomorrow. I'll try to be on here by about 10 o'clock. I'll set a time for tomorrow. I will see you at 10 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. You got that? 10 o'clock tomorrow. I will be on and I will tell you the surprise. No, Robert's not going to come on. He comes on every once in a while. Maybe I could get him to come on, but hey. Hey, everybody, say a prayer for my neck. I got to have an ultrasound done on it. But I don't have a sore throat or anything. Let's just say it's purple. That's the only hint I'm giving you. It's purple. And you've been begging. I'll see you tomorrow. 10 o'clock in the morning. Got that? Between now and then, I want you to open up 7 or 8 emails and reply to them. I love you all. I'll see you later. Bye.